So here we are in the App Bay, that's Apparatus Bay, of the adjoining fire district to me. We do a lot of mutual aid. So I'm up here, kind of in the bowels of the building. Why is that? Oh, Santa. So it's the department Christmas party, and I am Santa. So I need to get myself dressed here, get in character. And I was just thinking, what kind of pipe? Santa would definitely smoke a pipe, you know, of course. What kind of pipe would he smoke? It would be a bent, I think. And probably be an aromatic blend. So, I'm chewing a little gum so I don't have bad breath for the kids. They're pretty savvy, those little guys. So, anyway, here's some stuff. The departments do Santa on the fire truck every year, but that's all done now. So this is the only thing left. We'll see how it goes.
Cool tamper, huh? Really a bomb-proof tamper. Stainless steel, made for me by my friend Drew. Drew, I appreciate it. There's a little Scooby-Doo on one end and a nice tamping flat on the other. Much appreciated. So I'm smoking my Christmas pipe. This is a Jake Hackard I got several plus years ago as a Christmas present to myself. So, you know, the shape, I'm not as wild about the smooth edge, and you know, this is a little too fancy for me. I like the rustication. I like the chamber diameter. I like the size. It's like 2¼ inches. Just the overall thickness, just the overall everything about this pipe. You know, it's kind of like you can have a car that doesn't do one single thing well, but it's just this combination of well thought out answers to problems, and it just works so well. And this is one of those pipes. So this remains one of my ideal pipes. You know, it's just got a little bit of bend. So I smoke this every Christmas. Well, and other times too, but too cool. So what I'm smoking in here is some McClelland's Christmas Cheer 2009. Has the typical McClelland ketchupy quality to it. So it came with a little filler here, a little info sheet. It shows Santa smoking a church warden with a small bowl. Is that what Santa would smoke? What pipe would Santa smoke? You know? I think we could all agree he would smoke a pipe. I could see a 1950s Santa middle management guy being Santa for his Rotary group or something like that, or his church, smoking a custom built, I could see an Italian Santa, finely attired, smoking any number of things, but certainly a Savinelli, any number of Savinellis. So this McClelland's Christmas Cheer Pipe Tobacco 2009. We are proud to offer our 2009, that's 8 years ago, Christmas Cheer Pipe Tobacco, an exceptionally fine vintage tobacco hand-blended and aged in pressed cakes to develop natural mellowness. This 2009 blend is made with a special selection of beautiful, sugary, deep orange South Carolina Border Belt flue-cured Virginia from the 2003 crop. You may want to play that back because it's quite a sentence. Picked at its peak, it is full-flavored, naturally sweet, and will age with distinction. Blah, blah, blah. With Christmas Cheer Pipe Tobacco, we treat our discriminating customers to the singular pleasure of a tasting of the very finest in tobaccos of a particular vintage, not worrying about maintaining the flavor and appearance of this product into future years, but actually striving instead to present the unique character of a single crop and area. That's what Christmas Cheer Pipe Tobacco is all about. And I admire the sentiment. So this actually was grown in 2003, so like 15 years ago, actually. My country boy palate doesn't really appreciate it, probably. It is very mellow and very nice. And actually, it may have gotten a little dried up. I think this came to me via some nice fella who said, "Hey, I've got some tobacco, you want it?" So I said, "Sure." Makes a good smoke. Mild, kind of a trumpet, baritone kind of flavor, you know. Little bit of creaminess in there. Without some of the sour that Virginias sometimes give you. So it's not quite Christmas Eve day. So it's 2 days till Christmas. But tomorrow, it's beautiful and sunny here. The bluest skies you've ever seen are in Seattle. And that's pretty true. The Rocky Mountain West is certainly a close second. So, tomorrow's supposed to be really snotty. Rain, freezing rain, snow. Ugh. And probably more people traveling on Christmas Eve. So, I'm going to head over a day early to the east side of the mountains. So I got to skedaddle over the passes, but dang, I have stuff to do. You know, I'm following in my dad's lead. He was a dentist in Denver. And every Christmas, he would say, "Hey, Tom, you want to go with me? I'm going to see my lab guy and some other people who provided him really good service over the year." And so he would take a bottle of whatever their favorite alcohol was, bourbon, scotch, whatever. And on those cold, bright, snowy mornings, just before Christmas, we'd drive throughout Denver, you know, into places I'd never been, and make a visit. And sometimes I'd go in, but sometimes I'd just stay out in the car. I was maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. ish, you know. It was really fun, and it was like a Christmas tradition without actually being all loaded up with tradition stuff, you know. So what I do is I make cookies. I make homemade Christmas cookies. I got this really good sugar cookie recipe, and then I frost them with this cream cheese frosting in the shape of trees. So, because I'm a natural resources, right? So I take a little plate of cookies to friends around town, down to the post office, firehouse. I'm going to see some other friends today. I made some gluten-free ones. They turned out pretty good. Using that cup for cup flour that's gluten-free. And they turned out really well. They rolled out well. They're a little different flavored, but not bad. So anyway, that's kind of become my tradition. So I'm trying to cram sort of 2 days into one here, driving over the mountains and then seeing everybody. So, being Santa Thursday night was fun. I forget how cute some of those little kids are. I mean, they are just, they haven't been socialized yet, so it's just their little personalities are just so present. And that personality is going to be there their whole life, it's who they are. But it's so clear, it's like a little shining bell. It's amazing. And just so cute. I always tell myself after I do Santa at this fire department Halloween or holiday party, that I need to do this. I need to I was reading up on how to be Santa, right? How to be a good Santa. So I made sure I had white gloves this year. One year I didn't, and it was not believable. It's amazing how just little cues make such a difference. So next year, hopefully, I'll be a little better prepared. I'm usually not a big fan of the holidays. It seems like there's always a lot of false sentiment. There's all kinds of stress. Which is where the pipe is great. Because, like today, I was running around, I was packing, I was, what do I got to do? A list of things to do. And blah. Clean the house before I go, get the cat all set up. So I was getting a little stressed out, and so I thought, I'm just going to have a pipe. But to have a pipe, I just like to have a conversation with it, and that's what this is. So if you're watching this, I appreciate it, because it helps me have a pipe and chill out. So, yeah. So according to the AAA, everybody's traveling by car this year. The economy is a little better. So if you are traveling, be safe, of course. I will try to too. I'm going to drive the truck over the passes because it's got four-wheel drive and good snow tires, traction tires. And I have chains for all four wheels. Oh, perish the thought if I have to use those. If I have, then it's probably too bad to be even driving, because everybody else who doesn't have chains is going to be sliding all over the place. And that's what I usually worry about anyway, is everybody else. So. Anyway, another Christmas. They come, they go.